Yo, what up? What up? Got my Canada Dry. Normally don't drink all that much. You know how it is, man. Hold on, let me get this shit back. Let me get this shit back. Got my soda. Reporting to you live, Los Angeles. Lakers versus the Rockets. Okay, so you got the Lakers versus the Rockets. Lakers don't play no defense. So, despite their regular season record, I think this is going to make them pretenders because Lakers don't play no defense, B. They score points, but Lakers don't play no defense. And right now, they're losing to a team that don't get a legit point guard. A team that plays nothing but ISO ball. All the Houston Rockets do is play ISO ball. They don't run no plays. They don't do no ball movement. All they do is just look to score on each and everybody one-on-one. I don't know about Lakers getting Luka. Can the Lakers ever win a championship with Luka as their number one option? I don't know. Luka is like the Carmelo Anthony of today. A guy that can score, big time scoring moments, but don't play no defense. He could stack up the stat sheet. He could rack it up on the stat sheet. Well, same type of player. Two guys that just score and don't play no defense. Can the Lakers win with a Luka? But I don't know if they're going to invest in Luka long term. After this whole LeBron saga is over, which is a waste of time. This LeBron saga in LA is pretty much a waste. I know what you're thinking, but they got a championship. Yeah. They got that championship, but I'm going to give them credit for it because if anybody else won it, y'all probably be giving them credit for it, right? But let's keep it a buck. They won that championship with a well-rested Anthony Davis because the season was cut half short. I think if the season continued, the Lakers would not have won that championship. That's just me personally. But nevertheless, you got to give them credit for actually winning. I think this whole LeBron Lakers era has been a flop. His first stint in Cleveland, his first 7-8 years was a failure. He couldn't win the championship. Just got a bunch of stats. He made a name for himself, but that was a failure. The first time in Cleveland was a failure. The Miami Heat was an underachieving experience. They only got 2 championships. They were supposed to win not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. So that's a overrated and a underrated experience. They won 2 championships, but they should have won more. If anything, they should have three-peated. For all that hype that was going on with the Miami Heat, they underachieved. They should have three-peated. No excuses. All right. I don't know about winning 4 in a row, but three-peat was definitely something that should have been on his roster that he should have won. Hold on. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. So that's something that he should have won. Then he goes back to Cleveland and wins 1 championship in Cleveland. Now, I would say that was a failure and a success at the same time because Cleveland only got 1 championship, and that was the only 1 championship they ever got. So that was big for the city of Cleveland just to win 1. But overall, it was a failure because they kept losing every single year. So that's a failure and a success at the same time. Then he goes to the Lakers. He's been with the Lakers since 2019. It is now 2025. The man only has one championship with the Lakers. This is after repeating change in rosters, adding veteran players, vets, Hall of Famers, and still couldn't get the job done. Kept losing every single year. So this is definitely one of his biggest failures as a career goes by. Now, you see how I just broke down LeBron's whole career? A lot of it was underachieving. So LeBron's time with the Lakers is a failure. Luka is no different. Luka time in Dallas was a failure. He had several help. He had Porzingis. He had Kyrie Irving. He had some good pieces. He had Jalen Brunson. Couldn't get the job done. So he failed there. So the Luka experiment in Dallas was a failure. Then he goes to now he's on the Lakers. And so far, this experiment is a failure because all he's doing is just ranking up points with no wins. All right? He ain't getting no specialty. His time in the Lakers is just going to be full of regular season wins with nothing to remember, nothing classic. All right? He ain't going to bring a chip to the Lakers, most likely. I don't think he's going to be that guy that you need to be the number one option and bring a championship to the Lakers. I'm sorry. Unless they bring in a generational talent and Luka come the number second, I don't see them winning a championship with Luka's being the number one option. So, much like LeBron James, Luka is a stat padder. These two guys pad stats. That's what they do. They pad them numbers. They pad them stats. And I don't see Luka being successful in the Lakers uniform. I think they probably trade him for a generational talent. Now, unless they could keep Luka, if they could find a way to get Luka and Giannis Antetokounmpo, I think they'll win the championship. You build around Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka. You build a championship around those two guys, I think they will win. If you build a team around those guys, I think they win. But like I said, the Lakers will have to bring in a generational talent, and I just don't see that. I don't see that happening no time soon. No, Luka's going to need some help. And I don't think Luka could do it as the number one option. That's just my opinion. I don't see it. No. I think Luka's a good player. I just don't see him as being the number one option. And I think as long as the Lakers get him on a roster and he's their number one option, that's a wrap. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Let's see if we can get this far. Okay, we could do it later. You're a neutral team, then we can't be transferred to man. Okay, then let's do it. All right. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, man, I just don't. All with all due respect, I just don't see it. I'm sorry, Luca. I'm sorry. I don't see it. That Joey Badass said, "I'm sorry, sorry, but not sorry." Shout out to Nas and DJ Premier with a good album. A lot of people, oh, Premier don't get the beats. Premier ain't doing this, man. Listen, Premier got some average beats on there, fine, but they're not bad beats. The lyrics on there is enough to captivate that album as a classic. The Nas and AZ song alone is a classic. Forget putting Nas and DJ Premier. Let's give a Nas and an AZ album. I want to see a Nas and an AZ album. I'm tired of waiting, man. We need a Nas and AZ album pronto. Those brothers need to get on the album. They'd be like the all-star of hip-hop albums. And if I could take it a stretch further, if I could do a Fantastic Four, I'm gonna call it a Fantastic Four album. I know this is sports we're talking, but I'm just gonna mention it real quick. If I could pick 4 MCs to be on one album, it'd be Nas, Jadakiss, AZ, I got to get somebody to bring in something that's not too lyrical, a little different element. Maybe Pac, but Pac would get outshined by all 3 of those dudes because he wouldn't be able to lyrically keep up with them guys. So maybe I would just throw in another caveat and just do Big or Big L. So Biggie, Nas, AZ, and Jadakiss on one album. Lord have mercy, I would love that. I would have. Oh my God. Just imagine what we could have got with all 4 of them guys on the album. And to have who would be the weakest link? I think Jadakiss probably would be the weakest link. By default, he'd be the weakest link, maybe, or AZ. But AZ shine with Nas too good. Imagine a song with all 4 of them. They'd be competing all day, every day. And secondary, I would have loved to see an album between The Game and 50 Cent. Just those 2 guys. Tag team, duo. Game and 50 Cent make some of the best songs together. If those 2 guys are together on an album, man. But The Game and 50 Cent make some of the best music together. Or since I'm from Queens, I could do an all Queens album. Nas, 50 Cent, Prodigy. Well, that's it. That'd be my main 3. I want an album with Nas, Prodigy, and 50 Cent. With Havoc on the beats. Havoc, Q-Tip, some of the best guys from Queens to do a whole album, a whole Queens album, but with those 3 guys being them, that being the team. That'd be tight. That'd be tight. That'd be fucking tight. Instead, we got some of the most weirdest combos for hip hop albums. Oh, look at Kevin. Now Kevin Durant is playing defense. Wow. Now the Houston Rockets play better defense than the Lakers. Isn't that something? This game is a wash. Well, the Lakers could possibly make a comeback, you know. But the Lakers need some defense. This team don't play no D. So since I was doing ultimate duos, if I could pick, it's a good fantasy question. If I could pick two basketball players that I think would have been great to be on the same team together. Ooh, this is a tricky one. I'm gonna do it for all sports a little bit. All right. So let's start off with the NBA. Two basketball players that I would have loved to see play against each other, play with each other, be on the same team. Right? Oh God, this is a little bit of a hard one. Okay, I got three picks. One would be Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. I think that combo would have been terrific. That'd have been one of the best duos in basketball history. If you put Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon on the same team, I think that'd have been one of the greatest duos ever assembled. Right? So number two. Number two is a little bit hard. Okay. Number two is this one. Kobe Bryant and LeBron James on the same team. That's dope. That's crazy. Kobe will make up for all the LeBron mental mistakes. And LeBron would be able to do all the triple-double stuff that Kobe Bryant don't want to do. You know, I keep telling you, LeBron James is an army switch knife of the NBA. He's good at a lot of things, but he's the master of nothing. All right? So that's the thing. That's the thing about LeBron. He compliments other players good because LeBron's not really the best at anything. Despite records and stats, he ain't the best rebounder. He ain't the best defensive player. He ain't the best passer. He ain't the best clutch scorer. He ain't the best scorer, period. He ain't the best shooter. He's just good at a lot of things, but he's not best at nothing in basketball. Right? He's the master of nothing. He's just an army switch knife that could do a lot of things, but that's not great at a lot of things. There's nothing he's great at. There's nothing he's number one at. Right? But some other guys, I could say they're actually the best at. Right? Like I could say Michael Jordan, the 10-time scoring champ, is one of the greatest, most creative scorers ever. A guy that gave birth to a bunch of other people to have a different playing style. He reinvented the shooting guard position. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, the shooting guard position wouldn't be what it is. Your Shea Gilgeous-Alexanders, your Kobe Bryants, your Dwayne Wades. Michael Jordan gave birth to all of that. All right? He was the standard. He's a guy, he came into the game with a complete, unique playing style. Nobody played like Michael Jordan before. The fadeaway jump shot, the tongue sticking out, the swagger, everything about Mike was different. He was completely different from everybody that played basketball. He even had a different playing style. He had like the one knee brace on his leg. Everything about Michael Jordan was transcending and different and unique. You've never seen it before. All LeBron James is just a copycat of guys from the past. He's just doing some of the same stuff that everybody else did. But never that. Kobe and LeBron would be one hell of a duo. All right. That may be like number one for me. To be honest. You know. But I think Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon duo would have won like 7 championships. You put those two guys together. Oh my God. I think they would have won 7. I think Kobe and LeBron would have won about like 5 championships. If you pick prime Kobe, prime LeBron on the same team, oh my God. I think that'd be one of the greatest duos ever to play basketball. It'd be a toss-up between them and Jordan and Hakeem and Kobe and LeBron. It'd be a toss-up. I don't know who will win that. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who will win that as a better duo. I'm being honest. I don't know. That's just too good. It's been a silent holy night. Yeah, they got that. They got that glove, man. They got it. And let's see who else. A number third duo for me. Huh. I'm gonna say this one. Shaquille O'Neal and Steph Curry. I think Shaquille O'Neal and Steph Curry would have been a great duo because their game is so different. You have to worry about two aspects. You got one guy that's dominant in the post, right? You can't stop him, the most dominant basketball player in the post. And then you got a guy that you can't stop from shooting, that he could just light the whole place up from three-point range. This guy can shoot from Africa and score. The greatest three-point shooter ever. And you put him on the same team with Shaq, I think they win a lot of championships too. I think that's a great duo. That's a great duo. That's one hell of a duo, you know. So that'd be my probably top three duos that I would have loved to see played with each other, you know. So those are my duos. Now for football, Barry Sanders. I think Barry Sanders and Pat Mahomes would have been a good combo. That'd have been an offensive duo that's hard to stop. Because Pat Mahomes could score, he could gain yards, and he could pass in the pocket. And then all he has to do is hand the ball off to Barry Sanders, and Barry Sanders could get you some yards. So I think Pat Mahomes and Barry Sanders would have been one hell of a duo for offense, right? Tom Brady and Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. And you put him on the same team with Tom Brady. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That'd have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Yes, the mighty Lions sleep tonight. Oh, you talking about Detroit? They took a nap tonight? Bye-bye, Detroit. And here's another duo that'd be good. Quarterback and wide receiver are a good hand-to-hand combo. So I would go, give me Randy Moss. I take Randy Moss and give me give me Randy Moss and Peyton Manning. You put Peyton Manning and Randy Moss on the same team, I think they could work some miracles. They could work some miracles. That'd be a good one. That'd be good. Or Dan Marino. Dan Marino from the Miami Dolphins was a great quarterback. He just never had the squad around him. But you give him a Terrell Owens. Matter of fact, let's just do this. A super trio. Jerry Rice. Barry Sanders. No. Jerry Rice. Marshall Faulk. And prime Aaron Rodgers, all on the same squad. That'd have been solid. That'd have been solid. That'd have been a solid trio. I think Aaron Rodgers would have won some more chips. No. Yep, the Lions lost, and they won't make the play. Bye-bye, Lions. Bye-bye. Man, G Money, this Laker team is fool's gold, bro. These dudes don't play defense. I think me and you could score on the Lakers. G Money, let's get a basketball. We could score on the Lakers. They're going to get wide open threes. They ain't going to play no defense. So, yeah. I think those are some of the great trios for football. But damn, you can make one hell of a lineup if you have like three guys who could understand this is offense. So if you got like a Tom Brady, that's damn near an offensive super team. Tom Brady and Jerry Rice and Marshall Faulk all on the same team. That'd be crazy. Now, some of them the teams like that gotta have a sacrifice. You can't put a bunch of good players on one team and everybody play at a high level. Somebody gonna have to make a sacrifice because there's only one ball. Somebody got to take a back seat. That's in all sports. Somebody has to take a back seat. And on baseball, imagine a team with prime Barry Bonds, Yotani, and let's go Babe Ruth. If you give me Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, and Yotani all on the same team, that's a hell of an offense. That's a hell of an offense for baseball. That's a hell of an offense. And boxing, since there's no teams in boxing, what you can do is just go by fighters. So imagine a prime where Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather. Ooh. Okay, let's mix it all together. Let's do Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, and Floyd Mayweather all in the same era. Or just imagine if Floyd was in that a boxer in the 80s. He would have had a lot more competition. Hitman Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. All this good competition. Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. Pernell Whitaker in his prime. You'd have all these dudes, all these boxers in their prime in the 80s. Floyd would, man, I don't know if Floyd would have been the best. Oh, but just imagine a boxing prime when you got Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, and Sugar Ray Leonard. Woo! Give me a prime where all three of those guys are playing at the same, or boxing at the same time. I don't know why people are screaming for him. I got a bunch of people screaming. LeBron, they had to take a walk into the youth of youth, a fountain of youth, and try to get back, try to play back young again for the Lakers to win this game. Because this Rockets team don't play that much. Both of these teams are fool's gold. Lakers and the Rockets are fool's gold. They ain't doing nothing. Man, what the hell was LeBron aiming at, dog? That was a simple layup. I don't know why you just missed it. How did LeBron miss that layup? Nobody even touched you. That's an easy layup. That's a layup, dog. What you doing? Nobody even touched you, dog. What are you complaining about? LeBron sitting there crying? There's nobody that touched you. You had a free layup, basically. You got scared because you thought you was going to get blocked. That's all that was. That's all that was. You just thought you were going to get blocked. The final game of the night is Anthony Edwards going up against his nemesis, the Joker in the Denver Nuggets. I like to see that matchup. I love Anthony Edwards going up against the Denver Nuggets. Those two teams got a little vendetta against each other. And I'm here for it. I'm here to see it. I love watching it. It is primetime basketball when the Minnesota T-Wolves go up against the Denver Nuggets. So, yeah, that'd be something. Matter of fact, a Michael Jordan and LeBron James duo would have been great. But in order for LeBron to play with Michael Jordan, he would have to be a better defensive player. He would have to be better defensively, and he's not. He's a good defender. He's not a great defender. He needs to be a great defender if he's going to play with Michael Jordan. You know, because Scottie Pippen was borderline great defender. He wasn't a good defender. Scottie Pippen was a better defender than LeBron James. No, even Scottie Pippen was doing something better than LeBron James. Scottie Pippen was a better one-on-one defender than LeBron James. LeBron James is not great at anything. He's good at a lot of things. It's a big difference. He's a Swiss Army knife that's good at everything, but he can't perfect nothing. He's a jack of many trades, but the master of nothing. That's the best way to describe LeBron James. He's good at a lot of things, but he mastered nothing. And that's not an insult, all right? I'm just saying, you know. It's funny, you know, a guy that people, I mean, I guess his time's passed, but people don't mention Oscar Robertson that much no more. You know, I remember back in the days, people used to talk about Oscar Robertson a lot. And Oscar Robertson was always like the mystery man of the NBA. People love to do research on Oscar Robertson, right? They love to look up his stats, look up his game. But Oscar Robertson was cold. You know, if Oscar Robertson was playing today, he'd be one of the greatest players in the NBA. Imagine the upgrade he would have got. It'd have been Oscar Robertson in 4K. Oscar Robertson with different dribbles. Oscar Robertson with probably more physicality to his game. He would have been a beast. He would have got an upgrade in every category. Oh, shit. I didn't feel nothing. So, no earthquake for me. Oh, you got me nervous there for a minute, G Money. I live in LA. You said earthquake. I'm not thinking about basketball no more. Don't scare me like that, bro. Do not scare me like that. Those are very sensitive words in California. Earthquake is a very sensitive word. You say that, I think something completely different. I know you're talking about the Rockets. Reed from the Rockets. And my mind just went, earthquake? Where? Yeah. You know, just like going to Miami and talking about a hurricane. Some places, if you go to, just got to be prepared for a weather disaster. You know? Oh yeah, I know, G Money. I caught on to it. You know, you just had me scared for a split second. Earthquake. So, man, KD ain't gonna win nothing on this Rockets team neither. But if KD went to Minnesota, I think if KD went to Minnesota to play with Anthony Edwards, I think he would have had a better chance of winning another championship. Read quicker tonight. There you go. There you go. I really think Kevin Durant made the wrong decision by going to Houston. What did you thought you was going to win in Houston? You know, what was your reason for wanting to go to Houston? By the time this team even develops, you will be out of your prime. You won't even have much in your tank. You know, you won't be a top player. You won't be a top anything by the time Houston hit their stride and hit their prime. You just be an old man. If you wanted to win right now, your best chances was to probably go to Minnesota. You already have another option with Anthony Edwards. If you find a way to keep Rudy Gobert, you have some defense. Doesn't Amen Thompson got a brother? What team does his brother play on? He got a brother, don't he? I know he got a brother. I'm definitely going to come on for the second half of the Denver Nuggets game, versus Anthony Edwards, the last game of Christmas. That should be a good one. I love seeing Denver versus Minnesota. It's always a good matchup. I'd like to see how that game turns out. Man, you did all of that work for no reason. Won't you just take the shot? He did all of that Euro step, all of that stuff. He did all of that. He did a Euro step. He did a little crossover dribble, only to turn the ball over. You had yourself a layup. You guys be giving up layups for threes. If you get the layup, just take it. You don't have to kick the ball out for a three-point shot all the time, especially if you have a wide open layup. Just take the layup. It's not going to kill you putting 2 points on the board. You don't have to shoot the three all the time. See, just like that. It's a lost art. Because most people are going to give you a free mid-range jump shot. Yo, Octavius, what up? You guys be killing me with that. You got a fucking wide open layup and you pass the ball out for a damn three. And the three-point line is already guarded. It's not even, the guy's not even wide open. He got a defender on. What the hell are you passing him the ball for? Just shoot the damn layup. It won't kill you taking a layup just once. 2 points is still points. Doesn't have to be three. I wonder if they're ever going to make a 4-point shot in the NBA. Yeah, G-Money, just take the layup sometimes, man. You do all that extra shit, look, you just led to a turnover. It's still 2 points. It's 2 points that can help your team win. Man, LeBron held this team captive for a while. Lakers won't win nothing until LeBron retires. This whole LeBron experiment is a failure, if you ask me. Yeah, they got that one bubble championship, but other than that, they rearrange their roster every single year. They can't win. They put Hall of Famers on their team, can't win. Change their roster with better role players, can't win. So if you answer me, the Lakers will never win with LeBron James on the squad. And I don't even know if they're going to win with Luka on his team. I don't know if Luka can win a championship. Being the number one option, I may say. Now, if the Lakers go out and get a Giannis Antetokounmpo, then yeah, we got something to talk about. We definitely got something to talk about. Wait, what did Rich Paul say? Richie. What did Rich Paul say? What interview are you referring to? That is true. Damn. That's a lot of all-stars. That's a lot of changing rosters. and still can't win as much. I mean, it's really like mind-boggling to have all that help and still can't win as much. No player has had more help, or should I say, no superstar has had more help in the history of basketball, especially in modern NBA, than LeBron James. That's more All-Stars than Kobe, Michael Jordan, all these guys wrapped together played with. Well, I mean, he's right about them not being the contender. I agree with him on that. But he did destroy the confidence of this Lakers team, yes. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's true. That is true. He's also played with a lot of MVP candidates. Anthony Davis was a top 5 player in the league when he got traded to the Lakers. Dwayne Wade was an MVP candidate. Surprisingly, he lost the award to LeBron in 2009. A lot of people thought Dwayne Wade should have been an MVP in 2009. But he played with a lot of talent, man. He played with a lot of help. And a forgotten all-star that nobody talk about is Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a leader of his own team. He was a franchise player. He had to sacrifice his whole game to help Miami win. Chris Bosh was definitely better than that version of what you see in Miami, but he had to sacrifice his game for the team to win. No, yeah, 2 finals. Wow. Yeah, that's true. But here's the funny thing, man. Oh, I saw the Avatar movie before I jump into my next point. The Avatar movie was crazy. That villain girl was kind of freaky, son. That Avatar girl dang with the big eyes, she was freaky, man. She was on some freaky stuff. I didn't know what was this Avatar or was this some, a Triple X movie. This girl was trying to get freaky. Or Avatar was trying to get freaky. Man, it was a long movie, 3 hours, but I went and left and got something to eat sometimes. So it didn't felt like 3 hours to me. But that was a long ass movie. If you got time to watch a long ass movie, you could watch Avatar. If you don't, then don't watch Avatar. And it's not the movie for you. It's definitely not the movie for you. What is that? No, I don't want to watch SpongeBob. I watched The Housemaid. That's all right. The Housemaid was official. I may watch Anaconda this week. I'm thinking of that. Maybe Anaconda. Oh, that is definitely true. Holy shit. G Money hitting with the facts. Even his days in Miami Heat. Not 1, not 2, not 3. You're supposed to win 3 championships. That Miami Heat team was supposed to be one of the greatest teams of all time, and it turned out to just being a good team. Not one of the greatest teams ever. That team was supposed to three-peat and make their mark in history as being one of the greatest teams ever made. That's what they was hyping it up for. They was trying to tell you that it's going to be one of the greatest teams ever assembled, and it failed. It failed face flat. Face flat. That was one of the biggest underachieving teams in NBA history, because no team in NBA history had that much hype For them to just win 2 championships is kind of a disappointing. You know, I don't care if they three-peated from 2011 or they got the three-peat in 2014. They had to get at least one three-peat with that. Had to. That's a failure. Oh my God, man. LeBron has so much help throughout his career. To have only 4 championships with all that help that you have, it's amazing. It's like mind-boggling. You know? How has a man played with over 31 All-Stars, all of this help, switching rosters, only got 4 championships and 6 finals losses to add on to it? No, that's crazy. He should be sitting on like 6 championships right now. He should have a three-peat in Miami. He should have had a championship. He should at least had 2 championships in Cleveland. He should have had at least one championship with the Lakers, or at least 2 with this Lakers squad. Right. At least 2. Legitimately, they should at least had 2. You know. Yeah, realistically, LeBron should have had 10 rings. You are right. You are right on that. You know, but let's just be real. Let's just say he would have lost like 2 or 3. He should at least had 7 or 8 championships. There's no way you go to the finals 10 times and you only win 4. That is mind-boggling, man. That's crazy. That's like underachieving really high. He should be sitting on 7 championships. There's no way a guy go to the finals 10 times and only come out with 4. He should at least be having 7, and y'all be saying that he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. Because the 7 championships would have did so much craziness for his career. But you got to win, man. Holy shit, 5 scoring champions. Yeah, yo, G Money is the fucking truth. Yo, G Money is like a basketball encyclopedia. Facts after facts. That's why I love G Money for, man. He's one of my favorite guys on YouTube. Everybody else, you guys are my favorite too. I got love for y'all too. But I've been rocking with G Money for years now. He's been with me since I've been calling myself International P. You know, traveling to all these other countries. But International P will make his return. His trumpet return. Flying overseas. You know, but G Money is the truth, man. That's why I like to do. I like to do. Some people I just like off the bat, you know, because you know, it is what it is. You know, I ran into so many people here on YouTube, you know, and you know, you learn a thing or two. But yeah, that's underachieving to the max. You know, Steph Curry got the same amount of championships as LeBron James. All right. But only got 2 finals losses. Right? He got 2 finals. Yeah, only 2 finals losses. Am I right? Steph Curry got 2 finals losses? He lost in 2026. What's the second time he lost? Oh, yeah, to Kawhi. So he got 2 finals losses. Yes, there's blunders on his resume too. There is red flags on his resume too. But he accomplished the same amount as LeBron James did in winning and did it in less time. So to be 4-2 is not bad. 4-2 is not bad. You lose 2 championships, but you win 4. So a majority of the time that you've been to the finals, you've been winning. Steph Curry been winning. Well, a lot of people like making excuses for LeBron. Like, he didn't have this. He didn't have that. The man played with 31 All-Stars. How the hell he didn't have no help? What you talking about, big? Even the Cleveland days, he had his big three. The Warriors had their big three. They were even if you compare it to me. But Draymond Green was a role player. And he wasn't a threat to the point that it's going to change the course of the game. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. All right. The Warriors had Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. And you could make a case that trio LeBron had was a tad bit better because Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving was canceling each other out. Anything Steph Curry could do, Kyrie was doing. Kyrie was just as good of a scorer as Steph Curry. Thank you, G Money. God bless G Money. Thank you. My point taken exactly. So when I say LeBron James is underachieving, these are the reasons why. Klay Thompson and Kevin Love. Kevin Love in his prime was just as good as Klay Thompson. Kevin Love was considered one of the best power forwards in the game, and he was considered one of the best rebounders in the game. The man was a walking double-double. He put up numbers that Klay Thompson could only dream about while he was playing with Minnesota. So stop that. You know, don't disrespect Kevin Love because Kevin Love was one of the best players. Look like LeBron got hurt. Oh, this is over? Oh, the game's over. Never mind. I thought LeBron got hurt because he got him walking away or he got ejected or something. Game over. Damn, that's that quick? Yeah. And LeBron has some of the best role players on his team, especially in the Eastern Conference. I mean, come on, man. Let's just stop. Y'all act like that Warriors team was so undefeatable. What are you talking about? That same Warriors team got pushed to 7 games by the Houston Rockets with James Harden by himself. With no other All-Stars, I believe. So if James Harden could push the almighty Golden State Warriors to 7 games, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, and J.R. Smith, 6th Man of the Year, Amon Shepard, defense, all of that team, all those guys on that team. What was that guy that kept shooting threes? The big guy. I forgot his name. He played on Cleveland. That Cleveland roster was thick and solid. If those guys can't push the come on, man, stop. Come on. No, what are we doing here? What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? And all those guys in that list that G Money has mentioned, half of them are Hall of Famers. AD is a Hall of Famer. Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer. Wade is a Hall of Famer. Melo, Shaq. I don't think Big Z in there, but Big Z was a good basketball player. He was a good, let's see who else. Let's see. K Love is going to be a future Hall of Famer, most likely. Ray Allen is a Hall of Famer. These dudes are Hall of Famers. Luka's a future Hall of Famer. So it is what it is. I hate when people love coming up with that excuse. These are planted excuse by LeBron fans. They just like making up lies. Like this Golden State Warriors team was all undefeatable. They couldn't be beat. Come on, man. Yes, they could. You play basketball, you could be beat. All right. That's why the games are being played. Nobody's unbeatable. If you believe that, you might as well just give the championship to anybody that's walking around. What's the point of giving somebody a championship? I mean, let somebody earn a championship if you just think they're going to win it automatically anyway. What are you talking about? All right, so the next game now is going to be probably one of my favorite games of the night. I think it's going to be the Warriors. I mean the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota T-Wolves. I think that's going to be the best game of the night. What the hell is this? What is this commercial they showing? What is this girl? Some type of alien or something? Beauty. I don't know what the hell that is. That shit looked freaky as a motherfucker. But but yeah, I think that's going to be, there you go, the man right there, Anthony Edwards. I think that's going to be the game of the night. You know, T-Wolves 20-10, Denver Nuggets 21-8. Man, you got to take your hat off to Anthony Edwards. He got that team 20-10. It's not bad. You know, they're above 50. You know, they're above 500, and they need the help more than anybody. And you know the funny part about that? People talk about how athletic all these players are, but the Joker is slow as molasses, and he's one of the best players in the world. Luka is slow, non-athletic, but one of the best players in the world. So you don't have to be athletic to be one of the best basketball players in the world. All right? Every era has slow players and athletic players. There's no such a thing as everybody being athletic. Every era had athletic players and non-athletic players. For every athletic player you show me, I could show you a guy that's not athletic. Damn, G Money went in. G Money showed the whole roster, the whole receipt. Yeah, the Joker's the real deal, no doubt. I mean, I'm not. All I'm saying is he's not athletic. Both of those guys aren't athletic, and they're considered to be the best players in the world. People always come up with this myth that you have to be athletic to be great. That is 100% factually wrong. If you're good, you're good. You don't have, you know, then they like to shame guys like Larry Bird. Larry Bird wouldn't been good in today's league. You do realize Larry Bird can shoot the three ball. He has shot the three ball over 40% if he played right now. That's my point of what I'm trying to make. It's not taking a jab at the Joker. I'm just saying that he's not considered an athletic guy, but he's damn near considered the best player in the world, or at least the top three. He said, "Oh, yeah, man." So, yeah, okay, you see my point, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Joker got a chip with all them road. Joker actually, nobody was that year that he won. He was the only All-Star on that squad. He was the only guy viewed as an All-Star on that squad. So I mean, the rest of them guys was just out of their prime, old a little bit, and hobbling on one leg, and they still got the job done. You know, veterans, but they still got the job done. The only reason the Joker don't get another championship is because we all know the reason why. His squad just can't keep up right now. But if he manages to win another championship, even with that roster, that's amazing. That's amazing. You got to take your hat off to that. You know, he could get 2 championships with that squad, that team. That speaks volumes. That's 2 championships that he got with a less impressive roster than LeBron ever did. She money going in. Yeah, man. SGA championships is very impressive too. Yes, no doubt. He got a chance to two-peat. Let's see how this shit works. This shit better work. Right? Oh shit, I gotta take this off and put it in. Okay, now let's see how it goes. Extractions. Unplug the warmer, remove them, and gently pull down the unit and unscrew the cap before installing. Huh? Okay, I gotta figure out then how to work this, man. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Yes, that would be a beautiful present under the Christmas tree. You are right about that, G Money. Definitely right about that one. You know, but yeah, man, I'm my last live stream today is going to be the 3rd and 4th quarter of the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota T-Wolves. You know, so everybody in the chat, thank you for joining me for this Lakers and Rockets showdown. I will be back for the 3rd and 4th quarter, my final live stream of Christmas, because I love Christmas NBA games. I don't like the NFL coming in on their territory, though. I don't like that. For some reason, that irks me for some reason. Because I think like the NFL should be nice enough. You got Thanksgiving. Christmas is the NBA. Thanksgiving is the NFL. And Saturdays is boxing. Right? Or Cinco de Mayo, Saturdays is definitely boxing. You know? So each sport got to have their own day. And you got to be respectful of each sport. You know, I'm a sport nut. I'm a sport nuthead. All right. So I love sports, but I don't like a bunch of them on at the same time. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I like them. I like each day to have their own sport so I could get into it. I don't want to have to tune into an NFL game, then tune into the NBA game, then go back to the NFL game, then the NBA. Oh, then there's a boxing event on, then there's a UFC event on, and then there's a baseball game on. I don't like doing all of that. Too much. I'm only one person. I don't have a whole ESPN team working for me. You know. But nevertheless, that's my little rant. I see you guys later. 3rd and 4th quarter of this Nuggets and T-Wolves game. Peace.